The logo feature of Aavelin Composer allows you to place a graphic anywhere on the screen that is persistent across all the pages of the project, similar to how overlay regions work. This logo image can utilize one of several different transparency modes to create a pleasing visual effect on screen. Bitmap and PNG are the recommended image formats for the logo graphic. I'm going to go ahead and bring up a single page so that we can observe some changes that happen in the logo as we go through the various options. We'll just click on the Project Properties button, and the logo graphic that we want to use is stored, and select it and click on the Open button. We already had this one selected. Then using the location field here, we'll need to select one of the hotspots on the screen where we want the logo to be situated. Currently it's set for bottom left. We can move it to center left, for example, and it moves up appropriately. Put it back on center left, or bottom left rather. The offsets over here, they're currently set for 20 for the horizontal and 33 for the vertical. This just refers to the number of pixels that, in this case, horizontal is from the left edge of the screen and vertical is 33 pixels offset from the bottom edge of the screen. If I set these both to 0, we can see that it is indeed flush with the very corner of the bottom left of the screen down there. The scale field, this is expressed as a percentage, and this is just how large the image is relative to its actual size. This logo is actually a very large image, so we have it scaled down to 10% of its original size. At 100%, we can see it is indeed very large. Finally, down at the bottom, we have some controls for visual effects. If I click on that, you can see that we have 3 different options here for the various types of transparency that we support for the logo. The first option is using a key color, and I'm going to go ahead and select a different graphic here that is appropriate for this kind of a logo and click on Apply with visual effects unchecked, and you can see this one needs to be bumped up a little bit. You can see this is what the graphic actually looks like, and like all graphics, it is a rectangle. However, the logo here isn't necessarily rectangular in nature. You can see it's a very irregular shape of our rabbit in the hat logo. So what this first option under visual effects does is it allows you to select one color in the image to key out and not have displayed. We can click on the key color button here to select it. In this case, we're selecting this very specific green color here that's RGB value of 0, 255, 0. We click on OK and then Apply, and then we can watch as the logo, all of the green disappears from it, and we're just left with the actual logo image that we want behind. The next option under Visual Effects is Alpha Blend using Source. I'll pull up a different logo to demonstrate this. And again, with Visual Effects unchecked, let me just bring that in at its actual size. And this is what the software, how it renders it right now without using any of the transparency information available to it. If we say Alpha Blend using Source, what this means is specifically for PNG graphics, you can actually save transparency information embedded into the image. And all this option here under Visual Effects means is that we want to use that information. So if we do that, we can see that it has actually already been the rectangular filler around the rabbit in the hat portion that was black previously has been removed. You can see it was black. It's removed, and the image is also faded out a little bit, so it's got a little bit of an alpha blending going on there as well. The last option for visual effects, if we go back to our original option here, the very large logo, for something that's rectangular in nature, that it's not a special graphic format, it doesn't have any transparency information saved into the file, we can just say Alpha Blend using constant, and then we have a little slider bar here where we can control how opaque or transparent we want the logo to be. All the way opaque means it is in fact a solid image. Somewhere in the middle, and you can see kind of what it really, the benefit here. It starts to fade out the entire graphic, similar to what we saw on the image that had the source transparency information saved to it. So if you don't have any special graphics that were put together by a designer, you can still use this option under Visual Effects and just fade out the entire graphic a little bit, and it's a little less intrusive on the rest of your project that way.